like, if I'm treating myself like an absolute queen, I expect people to treat me like that and more, because if you can't treat me like that and more of what I already treat myself, I'm not gonna let you be around me. Hey guys, it's Ishini. I am back to do another TED Talk with you beautiful, beautiful humans. Thank you for coming back and supporting my videos. As always, I love doing these TED Talks because it's almost me sharing an evolvement of my journey, and also a way that I can come back and be like, listen, you said that, stick to it, and holding myself accountable, because this is Ishini. And you know what? We're all familiar creatures of habit, so we fall back sometimes, but it's always good to have yourself to hold accountable. And I feel like this is almost like a way of being like, Ishini, I know you want to fall back, but remember, this is who you want. You are who you desire to be. Follow through with this baddie. So let's get started. I'm gonna be a little bit rough this time because I need to get a point through to you queen and kings, because y'all ain't getting it. Some of y'all ain't getting it, but that's why I'm here, to share my experience so we can evolve together. Okay, so here's the topic. It's not them, it's you. It's you. You need to change. You need to change. You need to realize that anything that's displeasing you, that's outside of yourself, people, your mindset, like, these are all a reflection of who you are. If there's something that you don't like about how someone's treating you, if there's something that you don't like about how you're feeling when you're moving through your day, it's a reflection of who you are and what you consume and what you tolerate from others and what you tolerate from yourself. Because I think the hardest thing that we as humans do is we don't say no to ourselves when we want to create something better. So if we're having a bad habit that we're trying to break, we know it's bad, but we really struggle with saying no to ourselves so we can create a better habit. It's really messed up. But guys, it's in your hands. It really is. Stop trying to change others, okay? Stop trying to change others. You cannot change anyone outside of yourself. You can only change you and what you want for you and what you want to attract or desire for your life. That's the only thing you can change, with how you carry yourself and what boundaries you have. Those are the only things you can change, but you can't make someone change for you. It's not gonna happen. It really isn't. And trust me, I know, because I've been there. It's so hard because, you know, like, being someone who's evolving and you know, like, you want to get to like this certain place, it's hard to keep certain people at bay who constantly want to treat you badly. And especially when you are someone who's healing and on this journey, you will take a step back and like, you won't have as many friends. Your circle gets smaller. Why? Because not many people are ready to be the person that, or the people that you need in order to evolve and grow. And that's okay. You don't need to be surrounded by so many people. You don't need to be surrounded by people who are going to mistreat you. Wait as long as it takes and be the first person that treats yourself right in order to attract the people that will treat you correct. Okay? Whatever that definition may be for you. I think we all get to create that definition for ourselves. If people are not acting aligned in a way for your needs, you call the shots. This is your life, your reality, your world. At any point given time, you can say, I don't like how you're talking to me. But you know, like, and if they don't receive that well and they don't want to treat you a certain way because you want to be treated a certain way, then they are not for you, because they never wanted to treat you right in the first place. And you need to realize that it has nothing to do with you. It's them as an individual. Like, in a way, we also do have to take accountability because we set ourselves up to allow this person to treat us like that. But you have the opportunity to change that. And if they don't want to respect the new person you're trying to become, they're not meant for you. And you just let it go. You let it go and you don't look back and you keep going, because, you know, like, I believe in God and God wants the best for you. He doesn't want you to suffer and like want to want for you to stay with people who drain your energy. Like, if I'm treating myself like an absolute queen, I expect people to treat me like that and more, because if you can't treat me like that and more of what I already treat myself, I'm not gonna let you be around me, period. Like, I'm not gonna let you be around me. Like, why would I let you treat me less than I already treat myself better? Like, there's just no way. You can't evolve with people like that, because those people who are not treating you as you are, how you treat yourself, or better in terms of a relationship, if a man can't treat you better than you already are treating yourself, then why are they there? How can you say that you treat yourself better than the person who you're going to spend the rest of your life will be? Exactly. If you are on this healing journey and you're evolving, change is inevitable. You have to embrace it with all its ugliness to embrace its beauty. It's not easy. It really isn't. I remember when I was going through my depressive states in 2020, like for 6 months, I was stuck on my couch. I could barely move, get up, and embrace change, because everything felt like it was standing so still and time was moving, but I couldn't help but just stay there with anxiousness, not being able to get up or do anything. But it starts with baby steps. You need to allow yourself to embrace things every day. Do 1% more a day for yourself. In self-care, in self-love, if you want to evolve in that aspect, become the baddest version that you want to be, you need to do this. I swear, it is godsend to do 1% more each day. That's what I started with. I started with making my bed. Okay, that's what I started with. Like, literally after my depressive side, I was like, you know what? Once I start making my bed, it's made. I won't get back in or call back in. And it shows that I achieved something that day. And then I would actually celebrate that. The little wins, I would celebrate it at the end of the day. That way I would wake up knowing that I can do that and more. That's how you set yourself up for change and success, is knowing that you can do a little more each day, but you're not overwhelming yourself and withdrawing. Because it's the same thing with drugs. Like, if you're gonna like stop all at once, you're gonna withdraw, but you need to do little changes in order to break a large habit if you want to have absolute change. I know it's hard, you guys. Like, I know. When I think about Ishini back then, it's like, I'm doing it for little Ishini, because I've come to like realize embracing my like little child and breaking the things that did happen back then is the change that I need, is to connect with my inner child. And a part of that is to change for myself, to be more connected to her. When you're looking for change and you want to change your circle of people, change your relationships, change whatever you're consuming, actively ask yourself, is this what the highest version of me would do right now? Whether it's entertaining an argument, whether it's entertaining trivial gossip, or, you know, consuming things that are not of positive nature. Even for me, like when I wake up, I listen to positive music. That's all I listen to. I don't even listen to R&B and like all this sad stuff. Cut it out. Cut it out. It makes you more depressed, because you don't even know what you're singing to sometimes. You're like, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. You want to surround yourself with people who are constantly evolving and that inspire you to be the best version of you. First of all, before you have to practice gratitude in order to receive change. Gratitude for what you have. From the most minuscule thing, you have to practice gratitude. Gratitude for the air in your lungs, for the water that you drink, for the food in your stomach. Gratitude is where it starts, in knowing what you do have. And then when you look at the people that do inspire you, that you do want to have a life like, you are actually supporting them from a genuine place and not from an envious or jealous place. That way you can attract it from actually knowing, oh my goodness, they can do it, so can I. Because a lot of people, when we say look at people who inspire us, we look at it from an envious or a jealous standpoint. No, to cut that out, first focus on gratitude and then look at the people that inspire you the most in order to elevate. Because if you can't be genuinely happy for them, you will never be able to attract those changes and the things that you want to manifest into your life. This is a big one. Stop being the victim of your life. I know this because I used to treat myself as the victim of my life. I literally used to feel like the victim of my life because when people were coming down on me and all of these things, like, I turned narcissistic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could see parts of my parents, the environment I was raised in, the defense mechanisms just coming up. But those are not me, and that was me being my victim mindset, that nothing would go my way, all of these things, and then attracting more bad and bad and bad and bad, instead of healing it and releasing it and understanding the bad that has happened in your life and giving it a new. When something bad happens in your life, you need to recreate its story. You need to rewrite it and give it a positive notion in your life. You know, like, I went through like a lot of bullying and stuff like that, but if you change the script and you say, this was meant to happen in order for me to realize X, Y, and Z. I needed this to become more compassionate, more empathetic, more kind, because knowing what others go through like this are the same. You know, it's giving yourself that compassion and love to yourself. Being a victim is having the feeling that you always want to be saved. But in reality, no one can save you outside of yourself. No one can save you, and no one will. Everyone's in their own world, and they're not entitled to save you. And if they are doing it because they want something transactional. They literally want you to give something back in return eventually. You need to save you. Because you need to be proud of yourself, that you are strong enough to pull yourself out of any situation. If I can do it, so can you. Guys, like, I faced one of the worst situations of my life where almost everything felt so dull. I almost died twice. Of my own, like, I did that by my own hands. And it was a hard place to come back from, but you have to hold yourself accountable, because what others do to you, you can't control that. The only thing you can control is yourself. You can't control anything outside of yourself. You can't control what another person's decision is going to be about you. But you get to control the decision of how you show up for yourself, how you heal for yourself, how you give to yourself, which energy you carry throughout the day. Whether it's little by little, you will get there to a better place. I was the most negative person that I ever knew in my entire life. Like, goddamn. But we're here now. And I'm thankful to God who brought me through it. I'm thankful to all the people that were there for me when I was in that negative state. I could not even see the people that were supporting me. Like my mom, who was literally there by my side when I would wake up crying, like literally wailing from my sleep 7 days straight. I literally woke up crying and just bawling, and like it wouldn't stop, and she would be by my side, and I still felt unloved in that negative state, but they were there. My friends were there. My mother was there. It's a matter of seeing things as they are, not what you want them to be. We say this with men, but it applies to ourselves too in our situation. It can't be a double standard. It really cannot. And guys, seriously, it starts with you. Remember, the change is within you. There's nothing that you can control outside of yourself except you, what you allow, your boundaries, who you say no to, what you're comfortable with in terms of you growing and what you're trying to cut out, and you also saying no to you, so you can align with the person that you desire to become. If you want to become a feminine baddie who attracts all the abundances, you need to wake up and slowly add those little things so you can get there. And you know what? I also want to add forgiveness at the end of this, because you're human. We're human. And we fall back sometimes. And that's okay. That's okay, because you're human. You have to forgive yourself when you do fall back, make a mistake. but also remind yourself that you are strong enough to try again. Try again and try again until you become stronger and more successful at it. I find even the most successful people who have the best routines in their life, they can fall back maybe a day or two, maybe when they're sick and like stuff like that. But for the majority of it, you want to get to a space where you're as consistent as you can be with yourself. And then when you do fall back, don't beat yourself up about it, but encourage yourself. Remind yourself of what you've been doing and your progress so you can pick it up and keep going with your progress. Don't let your light ever burn out. You guys are beautiful. You guys got this. And I hope my experiences have helped you, as I feel really good sharing these things with you and sharing my experiences. I really hope it helps, and we'll do more. I'm gonna start doing a bit more like vlogs and stuff like that. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm trying to get more into editing and being more consistent with YouTube. We got this. Okay, have a great day, you guys. Okay, bye.